Hi everyone, this is Mike Weiss with Dweeb Gone Dieting, and this is my first and possibly last video blog post. In this post, I'm going to talk about some do's and don'ts that I've encountered through my process of dieting. The two do's are things I did that really helped me to diet and which I would recommend to you. The two don'ts are things that I also did that interfered with my weight loss and that I would advise no one to do because it's a bad idea. My first do was to stop drinking Mountain Dew. Now, before I started dieting, I used to drink Mountain Dew all the time. I would get up in the morning, I would get a Mountain Dew, I would go to classes, and then when I got out, I would have another Mountain Dew. This was a terrible habit, not only because it was gross and bad for me, but because it didn't really provide me the caffeine I really needed either. See, I would drink it for a caffeine boost, but the funny thing is, Mountain Dew doesn't actually have that much caffeine. The average bottle of Mountain Dew only has about 91 milligrams of caffeine, whereas your regular cup of coffee has 138 milligrams of caffeine, much more, and without the side effects of Mountain Dew. Whenever I would drink it, I would always feel this terrible pain in my guts for the next couple hours. It was awful. Quitting it was one of the wisest decisions I've ever made. It's crap. The next do that I'd recommend is to start eating yogurt. Now, yogurt's a great snack. In my opinion, it tastes great, but it also fills you up for a while. But best of all, it's healthy. Some of the health side effects of yogurt, according to WebMD, include a reduction of high blood pressure. It also helps you with certain stomach conditions, such as lactose intolerance, and even more attractively, constipation and diarrhea. And the best part is, scientific studies have shown that it actually fills you up a little more than other quick snacks like eating peaches or so on. Now I'd like to introduce you to my two don'ts. These are two bad habits that I've had that I haven't been able to kick through dieting. And if you're intending to diet on a college schedule, I would recommend not doing either of these things. The first of these two was I started stress eating. This is one of my last quarters here, so often I would get stressed and then I would just start eating everything in my path. It didn't matter if it was healthy or not. What mattered is that I would eat it. You know, the taste, the chewing sensation, it was a way of burning off stress. And because of that, I started putting on more pounds and gaining the weight that I had been losing. As a way of getting around this, I would recommend chewing gum. When you eat gum, it provides some of the same sensations as eating food, obviously. You get the taste, you get the chomping sensation, but most importantly, you're not putting food down your stomach. So if you're feeling stressed and you feel like you want to just eat something, chew on some gum. It's better. Finally, we come to my last don't. And I think this is the most important tip of all. Always keep track of your portion sizes. If you're trying to diet and you're eating exclusively healthy food, that's great. But if you're still eating big portions, it's not really going to affect your weight loss. The way I see it is, take a bag of chips. If you start eating chips from the bag, you don't really know how far you're going to get into the bag. You have no real way of gauging it because it's a huge bag. Now, if you were to take the chips and pour them into a bowl, like a small bowl, you'd be able to gauge that better because once you're at the end of the bowl, it's over, and then you can put the chips away. Another way of keeping track of your portion size is to observe the servings per container. Now, the calories in this amount of chips is 140 calories per serving. But the thing you might not notice is that it's about 15 servings per container. So really the amount of calories you're putting on if you eat from the bag is 140 times 15, which is much more than you'd think you've been putting on. So always make sure to monitor your portion sizes or it's going to get out of control. So those are my two do's and my two don'ts. Stop drinking Mountain Dew, feel free to eat yogurt, monitor your portion sizes, and don't stress eat. You follow those tips and you should be on the way to becoming a successful dieter.